To college basketball fans, March is the culmination, the greatest event in sports, 3 wacky weekends of upsets and greatness culminating in a magical moment on a Monday night. But to NBA fans, it's something quite different. Sure, there's the drama of March, which is well and good. But March is also a way for a prospect to rocket up NBA draft boards. Over the course of the past 5 months, NBA scouts have gotten ample opportunity to measure the SS and ceilings of all of these players. But March gives us all an opportunity to see how these players can shine when the stakes are highest. In descending order, here are the 10 players with the most to gain by succeeding this March. 10. Michael Porter Jr. Missouri Finn Porter played in the SEC Tournament, his first game since opening day of the college basketball season. It was a dud. He made 5 of his team-high 17 shots. He looked tentative and out of sync. Missouri lost to a lesser Georgia team. And yet scouts call Porter the best natural scorer in college basketball this season. He's going to go in the top 7 in June's draft no matter what he does in the NCAA Tournament. But a bravura performance could catapult him all the way up to 4th. I don't see him making it into the top sure-thing tier of DeAndre Ayton, Marvin Bagley 3 and Luka Doncic 9. Lonnie Walker, Miami's long and athletic freshman wing has been Miami's best player in the second half of this season, playing with a confidence that you didn't see in non-conference play when he was catching up with the speed of college basketball. Before January 13, Walker was averaging a paltry 8 points per game. Since then he's been averaging 14.7 points per game. If Walker can string together a few games like in late January when he scored 25 on Louisville and 23 on Florida State, Miami could go on a bit of a run, and Walker could solidify his spot late in the lottery, if not higher. 8. Jalen Brunson, Villanova. You've heard me beating this drum since October. Jalen Brunson is the smartest player in college basketball, and Villanova's the best team because of it. And yet the worries about his size at the next level continue. I don't buy it. I see plenty of small point guards making a huge impact in the NBA: Chris Paul, Steph Curry, Isaiah Thomas. Brunson's not in that mold, but he can still be an impact player in the league. A potential second-round matchup against number 9 seed Alabama is huge. If Brunson can dominate certain lottery pick Colin Sexton on both ends of the floor, which is not an easy ask, his draft stock could see a significant bump. And if he ably can navigate through the brutal West Virginia press in a potential Sweet 16 matchup, that can help only further. 7. Rui Hachimura, Gonzaga. The bracket lines up nicely for Gonzaga to play UNC in the Elite Eight in a potential rematch from last year's national title game. It's amazing to say, given that Gonzaga's front court last season had a lottery pick in Zach Collins and an immovable force in Prez Makarnowski, but Gonzaga might have a better front court this season. Can one of the 3 front court stars, Jonathan Williams, Killian Tilly or Rui Hachimura, have a breakout tournament? My bet is on Hachimura, who has the highest ceiling of the 3.6. Trevin Duval, Duke. Trevin Duval could be the key player in Duke's quest for the 2018 NCAA title. USATSI. Nobody doubts Duval's potential and athletic ability. It's the consistency, and the tendency to sometimes do too much, that scouts say worries them. Duval might be the key to a Duke NCAA tournament run. If he plays his best, Duke can beat anyone. That's what happened in the second half of Duke's win over UNC to end the regular season. If Duval plays sloppy, like he did in Duke's loss to UNC in the ACC tournament, Duke can lose to a lesser team. 5. Devonte Graham, Kansas. Kansas is a limited team this season due to a lack of front court depth. If Udoka Azubuike is still slowed by an injury, that makes this tournament even more difficult for Bill Self's team. The main reason Kansas is a no. 1 seed, and coming off an incredible 14th straight Big 12 regular season title, it's Graham, who ought to get some buzz for National Player of the Year awards. He's a bulldog out there, and the type of guy who can take over a game. If he can take over 4 games in a row and lead Kansas to the Final Four, that could vault him into the back end of the first round. 4. Keenan Evans, Texas Tech. The senior point guard had been a revelation this season for one of the most surprising teams in college basketball until he was slowed by a toe injury late in the season. After his injury, the Red Raiders lost 4 games in a row and just haven't looked the same. If Evans bounces back and leads the Red Raiders into the second weekend, it'll give his draft stock a noticeable bump. When healthy, he's one of the better all-around point guards in the college game. 3. Theo Pinson. Pinson is the highest-rated recruit from the 2014 class to still be playing collegiate ball. And that's not a sign of failure. Pinson has enjoyed every minute as a fan favorite for a North Carolina team that made one national title game then won another national title game during his run. Pinson's athletic attributes have never been questioned. His consistency has. Pinson reminds me of a mini Draymond Green. At his best he's flying all over the floor, disrupting on defense and facilitating on offense. Some of his passes are breathtaking. But when bad